everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Zentreya is a female English language VTuber, or English speaking VTuber, who was a part of vshojo's inaugural generation, or the founders of vshojo, the VTuber side of the founding part of vshojo. Of course, they had their business side. As we all know, vshojo is no longer a thing, so they are now independent. They've been independent for a bit now, and still doing their thing. Let's take a look at Zentreya here, Cyber Dragon Overlord VTuber. We're taking a look at something recently that they did, which was this. Well, hello there. A lot of people saw it very cute, saw it just as what it is a harkening back to her old form. She had this form a long time ago, but here we have, of course, some people who had an issue. This person here who has this specific issue is this one here, where they said, you're right, it's just coincidence. It says the art piece where we're just walking with a dragon banner like a normal army. No one even has an arm up or red band. So yeah, this person tried to call her those bad people in World War II that were on the Germans, that were the Germans in World War II, their specific party there. And so I think that wanted to be labeled that immediately out of the gate would get anyone heated. I've already put in my apology about how I went through talking about it the other day, but jumping on board the hate train without even stopping and questioning it shows who you really are. It says down here, you continue with Zen. I'm not jumping in a hate train. I've always looked up to you, but it's hard not to be hurt by this. If you want to lump me in with any other people called snowflakes, then I can't stop you. But words you use specifically were incredibly hurtful to a lot of people. I do understand wanting to defend yourself, but you have every right to. I have seen it happen time and time again with larger creators. The second they start talking like that, it's downhill from there. And we're going to go over what she said in a little bit, of course, because we do have what she said, and she was heated in the moment. And of course, heated in the moment is something that a lot of people would say some bad stuff when they heat in the moment. I don't blame her for anything she says. Let's see if it's as bad as people are making it out to be. Of course, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because you generally sound sincere, and is there anyone telling you horrible things? They are masking being in my community and using troll account. I don't condone them. If I made a tweet or something, it's just going to make people want more and more. When I said what I said previously in front of everyone on stream to fix that. And I hope you go and see my sincerity and my words. I don't condone anything but love. And yes, you apologize for it. Generally, I have no issue, but I hadn't seen it in time of posting. And here we go, continuing here. Says you're fine. It's Twitter. Unfortunately, at your side, it's kind of hard to police what replies once you do. No stress. I'm really sorry, though. I had no idea you had already apologized. I don't think you had a bad person for clarification. You've done a lot for VTubing. And, I'd be an asshole to just have a go at you like that. Was just upset. But yeah, if anything, I too let my emotions get the better of me. I'm going to take the post down now. Once again, I'm genuinely very sorry for jumping the gun. It says, I appreciate your kindness and able to make your own decisions. It's more important now more than ever to look at the big picture more than people spreading lies and pushing an agenda of hate. I get it too. We live in a scary time. For this moment, I've just only read my words. Trust me when I say I have only ever wanted to spread love. When I get mad, I turn the brain off and I'm acting out of frustration. I'm sorry if my words did hurt you or to anyone. Know that my community has always accepted so many loving people who extend that to others. You as well, as I am sure. Even when I typed a response, I wasn't angry. It hurt me just as I felt I hurt you. Being human means we try our best to understand some situation from all sides. So this is her apologizing for any bad words that she may have said, any hurtful words that she may have said. This is way beyond what even I've seen happen from other VTubers. Some people will stick to their guns, and some people will go hard and just be like, yeah, I said it, and what? But she actually tried to, Zen actually tried to do their best to, make it right. We already have enough hate in this space. Mad at myself for jumping the gun and contributing to that when it's the last thing I can ever stand for. Thank you for being reasonable and having a genuine conversation with my dumb ass. And here, even though my Kamiosha, the woke and snowflake lines were out of pocket and in the best choice of words, I understand that you were heated, and I know definitely you're not that part of any alt-right group. I do not agree with the first statement. Promise you it takes a moment to go into my VOD at the end and hear my statement in sincerity if you genuinely hurt. Since I listened to everything you said at the end of the VOD, I generally don't hate you because you're one of the very last people in the content space I look up to, and I still do. So let's take a look at what is going on here. More people were saying problematic for more than any one little detail, but some of it all. The sum of it all. It says, as that's a similar sigil on the hat way too similar to the Wraith Eagle. I had a feeling that the dragon with the wings was going to be too much close to the eagle, and people are gonna be like, oh my god, it's this that red, black, and white color choice. She has red in her whole design. This is blown out of proportion in my mind. Banners that Third Reich had inspiration from Rome. There are a lot of people who have, heck, the US uses banners in some of their military stuff as well. Are we all of a sudden part of the Third Reich? It's really, yeah. X-face, brown shirt minions, those are her geckos, and the X is the, I guess the whole, it's just too much, man. It's just crazy. But let's hear what she says first, because we of course want to hear it from her mouth and not from anyone else's, because that of course is the best way to see this. Let's listen to the reaction that she had the day after she ended up showing it, and really, like as you can see here, near the end of everything.
Hey, dude. Okay, apparently I have to make a statement here.
And I believe me, I spent like 20 minutes searching for this because I knew it was around here. I spent 20 minutes scrubbing through everything. So let's take a listen.
Because people are so being woke right now. Apparently people are being super fucking woke right now. So I have to make a fucking statement all of a sudden here.
Of course she's frustrated. You can tell the frustration there.
People are trying to apparently to cancel me. Wow, okay. That's cool. So apparently people are calling me out to saying I'm wearing a Nazi uniform. I'll say it plain and simple. People are calling me a Nazi.
Jesus Christ, that's horrible, yeah.
For my outfit.
No one wants to be called that. No one wants to be called that, of course. Except people who are, but yeah.
And, you know, for apparently having an army. So that's also one thing. And then another thing. So the original artist and designer drew a red armband, which...
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Had no significance whatsoever at the time.
But of course, you can understand it would have been worse if she would have had that.
And think of it like Arknight, I guess.
I mean, it does look more like Arknight, yeah, absolutely.
Think of it like Arknights. Or the Melancholy of Haruki Suzumiya.
Yeah, it's just people are taking it too much.
Which apparently people didn't see that. And there was no design on the armband whatsoever.
But the red would have been a big issue. Would have made it worse. So I'm glad they made this. Yeah, glad to make this executive decision to remove it.
I saw this even before.
She knew something was going to happen if she kept the red armband.
Unfortunately, it's the path me when the first designer drew it out. It slipped past me when the first design was made. I did not see that at the time.
Because if you're not looking for the imagery, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find it.
Drawing it up for the live 2D model. So then, I saw that. And I said, hey, let's go ahead and get rid of that, because I was afraid of the Zix exact situation happening.
Like the exact situation, yeah.
I was afraid of this exact situation happening, by the way.
You are literally textbook
of course,
anime commander, general attire. Like it's not even remotely controversial.
Of course, woke ideology has it where every snowflake has to get hurt by something. Or they have to think, this uniform automatically makes you a fascist or a Nazi.
And one of the things, if you look at her hat kind of almost has like a beanie aesthetic, like a soft cloth aesthetic on the top. It's not even that hard because, like, you know, those people, they had that really like rigid form. Hers doesn't even have a rigid form. Hers just looks like a hat that she ended up putting this embroidery stuff on and ended up putting the sigil thing on. It doesn't even, yeah, it's just soft, man.
You know what? I don't care what the fuck you think. I'm just calling you out. Stop being little fucking snowflakes. It's a fucking outfit. I'm not wearing a fucking Nazi uniform. And I'm not wearing the fucking armband. So get the dick out of your mouth and fuck off.
And yeah, that's where a lot of people thought she was going a little too hard. But you have to remember, she is at this very moment, at the very moment that she's saying this, she's being attacked on all sides. She's getting dogpiled on. A lot of people who dogpiled on her deleted their stuff after this response. And that's how come I couldn't find it. But she was being dogpiled on at this point. She was attempted to be canceled at this point. And, you know, since it was just coming from an innocent thing of like, hey, I just want to do this thing where we're in an army, where that type of thing. She, of course, goes aggressive. And I don't blame her. And that is a way that anybody would react. You'd be like, just leave. Just don't be here anymore. That's what people, I mean, I would react that way.
I'm not getting cancelled. You're fucking stupid. I'm not gonna get cancelled because you're fucking stupid. Go back to school. Understand actual ideology and fascism. And fuck off.
Well, there we go. I'll leave it at that. She continues on for a bit more, but I'll leave it at that just for brevity, because also I do want to continue on and show the other people here. It says, just a reminder to all my fellow geckos, though you may at times see hate and other negative things said or commented about Zen, this does not in any way give you a license to retaliate or spread hate. You know as well as I that Zentreya has never wanted to spread anything other than love and acceptance. If you retaliate or spread further hate, you are not a true gecko. So yeah, it's just continuing this. And of course, there's a person called Vox who says, their accountability, feel free to block me again, but we're done here. They ended up, deleting this because this was one of the responses that Zentreya did. Of course, the response out of context was only 23 seconds out of, as you saw, like a 3 or 4 minute whole thing. Can really make it seem even worse. They responded after they got hate as well. Intention was not to fuel hatred, but rather to point out ultimately the design draws for very specific imagery. Either no one caught that or multiple people, including Zen herself, were okay with the associations. No, they explained it. They did not see it that way. Yeah, you should never called her that word with zero proof, other than you feel like the outfit comes across as that type of uniform. It says, I can live lesser sport about clout, of course, being defensive there. Generally really glad she openly came out and said F Nazis, which is a departure from this earlier statement. Huge step in the right direction. So later, Zen did say F Nazis, of course. I mean, if it wasn't obvious from the statement, she hated being associated with Nazis. So my guess is, even like inference, I'm dumb with social cues. I'm dumb with that kind of stuff. Everyone who knows me knows that. But even I understood from her whole content that from the whole response, she doesn't like being associated with that. She doesn't like being associated with fascists. So ergo, she doesn't like fascists. Ergo, she doesn't like those bad Germans from World War II. It's kind of, you have to kind of use your brain a little bit to understand that, though. So sometimes the people on Twitter don't use their brain. Zen has every right to crash out for a small moment. MFers on Twitter generally do too chronically online and need to touch grass. Not everything is looting something bad. I think new fit looks badass and always support Zen. People behind these models, and if they're popular, they're allowed to show their emotions, especially when something so bad is being pinned against them. Give popular VTubers a break. Yep. The terminally online folks is the ones that I'm talking about. The ones who don't have a brain a lot of times. They knee-jerk react. And they don't pull back sometimes. Sometimes they do. So sometimes they correct their mistakes. Sometimes they don't. I'm here to call out the people who don't, of course. And as I mentioned before, this was way back. This was hearkening to way back when she was using like VRC models. She looked at this way before. This is like maybe, I would say, 5 years ago or so. Maybe that she had this. I would say around that. It was before she was in vshojo, I think, even, that she had this. It was, or maybe around vshojo time, but it was years ago. And no one had a problem then, but suddenly people have a problem now. It's just, I don't know, people wanting to use that. But I'm glad that Zen was able to get past this. Zen and the community are able to get past this and just leave those negative people to the side. We have dokibird. Why are we talking about dokibird? Dokibird is an indie VTuber, an indie female VTuber, who came back to her dokibird persona after she had a run with a company, and we all know the situation that happened there. So I'm not going to repeat the situation, but it's a bit of a funny that happened here. She returned to her Minecraft world, because she has a Minecraft world that is open to I believe her members, or something like that. So she's able, she runs it, and she just checks in on it occasionally, and they have fun. Let's just see what they did here, as you can tell by the...
Oh yeah, what's this? What the fuck?
That's a dumpy right there. Oh, that was a harkening back to a singing stream that Mint did, where she just literally pasted or clipped on a dress in front of her because she didn't have enough time to make a dress. Either that or she was just trying to be funny, and it's her underwear behind that. So yeah. And that looks like Doobie taking a picture. Either that looks like Doobie, but it might be actually Doki. Yeah, that's Doki. That's Doki. Never mind. It looks to the side, looked like Doobie, but it's Doki. It's absolutely Doki taking a picture of it.
Wait, where is this? Why are there... Okay, first off, why are there fucking flowers? This entire world is just flowers. Oh my god.
These are
nice.
Doki
Okay.
fans.
Oh my god. I like how the sheep surround. There's animals around here. Oh, that is crazy. That is actually crazy. Oh my god. Fanfics. Oh hey, it has my hair. Where are the fanfics here?
She's like, I'm
Alright,
in Phantom Thief cult. Let's see here. You didn't catch it. Let's get it. There it is. She has art of them kissing. That has been an art for a long time in there. It's a little bit of a long funny, but I can't resist.
All right. Oh, it's
Let's go somewhere
Germany. All right, let's explore. All right, admin, TP to a place for me to explore that I have. What the? wait. Actually, admin, get over here. Get over here. Admin, get over here. Chop that finger off. Remove the finger right now. I demand this finger to be removed. Chop it off. Wait, what does it say at top here? Well, we'll never know. Well, we'll never.
What does it say on top here? It says, what's your property value now?
Well, we'll never know. Chop the finger off. That's right. Oh my god. That's right. Don't fuck with me. I can chop fingers. Move out or I will take more fingers.
Oh god.
There you go. It's not work.
There you go. It's not a war crime if the dokibird does it, of course. This is great. I'm glad to show you this because it's kind of a funny thing happening there. Raora Pantera is a female English-speaking VTuber with Hololive EN Justice specifically, with ERB, Gigi Murin, and Cecilia Immergreen. They are the most recent ones. And of course, we are going to their Twitter, which I always do. And we're talking about the situation that they had on November 23rd, where she announced that she was going to go on a health break. It says she's going to be taking a streaming break from streaming on the 27th to have the throat surgery done and take proper rest after that. She doesn't like the fact that she has to do that. She feels bad because, you know, she's one of those people that really wants to be with her community as much as possible and wants to continue making content as much as possible. Here we have her most recent thing, which was Mafia the Old Country. She did her last stream on the 26th, or 27th on her time, but 26th our time, my time over here on the Pacific Coast of the West Coast of the US. It was that before she left. And she says here, thank you, Chatini. That stream was so fun. Miss you a lot. Take good care of yourselves and wait for me. I will be back soon. Big cat means big hug. We have here, no, Grok, stop it. I won't talk to you. It made it. Everything went fine. Thank you for your sweet messages. I will rest now. ERB says that's great news. Rest well, pretty kitty. Lots of rest, girlfriend. Take it easy. We're cheering for you. A lot of people, Runa also says please rest well. Kocho, tons of people. Fuamoko is saying, Raora, we knew you'd do great. Please get lots of rest now. Bao Bao. Iris, Otsu Raora, rest up lots. You're going to be back in shape in no time. Anya Melfisa, also who is a part of Hololive ID, is saying, Raora, the strongest big cat. Glad to hear that everything went all right. Please get lots of rest. Brando VA also knew everything would go well. Tons of people are giving lots and lots and lots of love for Raora. She deserves it. We have someone else putting out some news. Rejoice, I visited her in the hospital for best Phoenix luck. My sweetest baby kitty. So she did. She was able to visit Kiara, took the time to travel to visit her in the hospital to make sure to cheer her up. You're so sweet, Wawa Senpai. Cultural, thank you, Kiara, for being there for the Raora. She's lucky to have an amazing person like you. Raora, Kiwawa, You showing up was such a surprise. You really made my day. Thank you for being with me during this tough moment like this. And other people, of course. Kiara and Raora have been very close. They have been, recently, I think they've done also some off collabs and things like that. So they have absolutely been very close recently. I'm glad that they were able to do this, and people on Reddit are also, you know, being, now she needs a couple of months to using her Italian superpower. Speaking using exclusively her hands, yes, that is something that the Italians know very well. So yeah, she's going to be doing that. Also, she's going to be going to Anime Frontier, I believe, but she's going to be using TTS, text-to-speech, or something creative in that way. So she's not going to be speaking there. She's still going to be resting her voice for quite some time and doing some physical therapy as well. My best wishes on her recovery, since she is now recovering, and I know that she will come back stronger than ever. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is because I want it to be a more positive space, a space where I can be the change that I want to see in the community by helping other VTubers and by promoting them. So today we're talking about Kori the Penguin, or Kori_penguin, mafia leader, at least in lore. Remember, this is all lore. Don't be like Globy and remove people because of lore. So today we're talking about them here. They say Pengu mafia leader who's obsessed with Pom Pom Pudding and League of Legends. So we're taking a look at their stuff here. Let's take a look at Yapping Yappers Road to 1,000 followers. Let's take a look.
How it will go through. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Next, and the last one. The last one is karaoke stream. And I did. My very first karaoke stream, like officially, is when it was my birthday.
So they're talking about things that they had done throughout the year, which is always a good thing to look back at the retrospective, see what we've done, see what maybe you wanted to do and weren't able to do, and then have that for the next year. And we're going on here for Kori on their YouTube side here. We have some audio RP, some covers that they've done, things like that put in there, as well as some shorts that they have on their channel as well. Thank you so much, Kori, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.